welcome back to my channel. This is Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry, and I have someone really special, really very pretty for you. She is the pride of Iloilo. Rabiya Mateo, welcome to my channel.
Hi, Tita L, and hello sa viewers natin. This is Rabia. Yes, I am from Iloilo. Sabi nga nila, basta Ilongga, guapa. Actually,
Guapa.
Tita, yes, guapa, maganda. Let me just talk about my background. So, I'm 23. I'm a licensed physical therapist here in the Philippines. But instead of doing clinics, I do teach sa review center.
Oh,
So,
yes.
nagtuturo po talaga ako. I started teaching around 21 years old. So, I've been traveling all over the country. I've been to Ilocos, to Bicol, Manila, Iloilo, just to teach subjects like anatomy. That's why, when I joined Miss Universe Philippines, it's like talking to a certain audience. Pero maraming dapat baguhin kasi nga, as a lecturer, doon naman yung pinag-uusapan nyo lang doon, science, the body. Dito, madami, the social issue, your political stand. So, yun, magandang experience in Miss Universe. And I'm very happy to join this afternoon with, of course, the one and only Tita Lavinia.
You know what, Rabia? I am really very thankful that you said yes to this. So just for the information of our viewers out there, the reason as to why I stopped interviewing girls from Miss Universe Philippines was because I remember early during the lockdown, nagkaroon kayo ng directive na hindi mo na kayo magpapa-interview sa media. Now, when that happened, actually may dalawa akong nakapila. Meron sana akong interview with Pauline, and then meron sana akong interview with Cristel of Aklan. And then, promeno ako because I didn't want you girls to be put on the spot kasi baka naman kayo yung mapagalitan kung magpa-interview kayo. But I sort of felt na medyo okay na ngayon na magpa-interview yung ibang mga MUPH girls. So, I asked you because you're one of the prettiest. A lot of the people usually they go for the front runners. So I want to give them a little bit of a different flavor naman. That's why I asked you on board. Ayan. And of course,
it's such an honor.
Ilongga. Na-mention ko na rin, I think, sa ibang mga viewers natin. True ka dyan. Kaya talagang pinupush ko yan. Because minsan nag-approach ka sa amin. I think there were some rumors that were negative that were circulating around na hindi kita bate. But that's not true.
Yes.
Kasi,
kahit ako nagulat.
Nagulat ako. Kasi, guys, kung hindi nyo na itatanong, my family is from Negros. So, Ilongga kaming dalawa ni Rabia. So, I don't have any recollections na tinitira ko si Rabia. Kasi, syempre, susupport ko yan. Kapwa ko Ilongga.
Thank you, Tita, talaga.
Naman.
Mahal na mahal niyo ako, Tita Bella.
Oo, love na love ka talaga namin. Kada kalabit mo sa amin, nakakaengganyo kasi face value. Mahilig kami sa face value. Thank you so much for letting us know about a little bit on your background. I also did a little bit of research about you, and it's very interesting na nagtuturo ka. Because pag nagtuturo ka, kailangan yan ng certain amount of confidence. And a lot of people have been telling me na magaling ang comm skills mo and you're very confident and it really shows. So,
yes.
Bago ka sumabak sa Miss Universe Philippines, what do you still wish to achieve? Ilang weeks na lang tayo eh.
Yes. Tita, I've been a different speaker from the start of this journey. Dati po kasi if you're gonna watch my video, migigil. So,
yes.
In terms of context, sinasabi ng mga trainers ko, they don't have any problem. However, it's the delivery. Because it's like I'm lecturing to the audience. Because that's the kind of, delivery that I'm used to. So right now, pinapractice ko sana, gusto ko ma-achieve yung beauty queen, na pag nagsalita ako, it's like Catriona or Pia, na hindi galit, pero may emphasis sa mga sinasabi. So I've been practicing really, really hard po kasi I really want to win this competition. Even though other people don't see me as a front runner, they don't even know my name, I really want to give a good fight and make Iloilo City proud.
Yes, I love that. I love how you're very aware that during this time, may mga tweaks, meron ka lang mga kailangan na i-change ng very slight para makuha mo kung ano yung tamang flavor in terms of delivery. Because I understand you. When you're a teacher, iba yung delivery, but I keep on telling our viewers or some of the followers who ask me, I would rather the girls be more conversant para mas relaxed yung delivery nila pag meron silang mga gustong sabihin. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yes, yes. And I feel that just like this, moment, you need to like be conversational in the sense na parang hindi ka trying hard. That's what I like about Miss Universe Philippines is that they allow us to speak the language that we are comfortable with. And it doesn't make you less of a queen if you choose to speak in Bisaya or in Tagalog. That's your choice. As long as you have that good context and people can understand what you're trying to say, then you're fine with it.
That's also one of the things that I'm really cool about. Because ang tagal kong very old school ako when it comes to our Filipino representatives speaking in English. Pero ngayon, sobrang nag-a-adjust ako kasi nakikita ko sa inyo yung pride when you speak your own dialect. Parang iba yung aura eh. Now, I know it is a little bit of a hassle kapag i-push nyo yan because that would also mean getting translators, and sometimes when you say something, it's lost in translation. So that's very risky. Knowing the Philippines is known to be a group of people na magaling mag-English. But yeah, I totally support you, just like Eliza as well, who also wants to push using your own dialect. But what about you, Rabia? Will you be answering questions by the finals in Ilonggo or in English?
I choose to speak in English. This is the language that I can express myself well, and I feel more comfortable using it. So, no interpreter
Ayan.
po tita for me.
Oo naman, feeling ko naman, push naman yan. Rabia, I want to go a little bit further muna. So, I know that prior to Miss Universe Philippines, nanalo ka na rin ng isang pageant before. Ano yung mga naging preparations mo nun? Ito ba talaga yung plan mo right after winning to go into the nationals?
Actually, Tito, Miss Iloilo organization where I share that journey with Karen Laurie, we have 3 winners. And the goal of that organization is to send women into the national competition. And if by luck, represent Iloilo and the Philippines internationally. So when I was competing, there were a lot of lovely candidates talaga. One of them is Karen Laurie and the other one, actually kabatch ni Pauline during Mutya ng Pilipinas. But I was the underdog, pero binigay ko yung lahat. And when I won Miss Iloilo Universe, everyone was shocked. I mean, even myself. Parang it was a surprise din. But it doesn't mean na I doubted myself. No, sinabi ko, binigay sa akin ni Lord yung universe, ilalaban ko to. And maybe the struggle was from provincial to national. Marami ka pala dapat i-prepare. On my side, I wasn't that aware because Miss Iloilo was my first pageant. And ang dami mo palang i-consider like the makeup, yung dadamitin mo. And then, kaya may moment na nabash din po ako because of my styling, because of my makeup. And during that moment, experimental lang naman. Pero syempre, gusto ko din manalo. So sabi sabi ng tao, if yung critics kaya gusto ko din pong kinikriticize because what aspect or what area you should improve. And it's all about having that great mindset eh. Kasi pag nakita mo na, for example, binash ka sa ganitong aspeto at na-improve mo yon, ano pa sasabihin ng tao sa'yo? So it's all about having that character. So that's why I love joining pageants like this because iba kasi yung transformation talaga, tita. Not just, as a candidate, as a woman, and as a person. Holistic talaga siya. And the character build up as well. So ngayon, mas social na, mas marami nang nakaka-recognize sa'yo. And masarap lang talaga sa feeling. And it all started nung nagpasa ako ng application for Miss Iloilo. So ang layo na talaga, tita, ng narating ko.
Oo naman.
And nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng nanonood.
True ka dyan. Siyempre, nung nanalo ka for Iloilo, nababantayan ka naman na namin eh. But, sobrang pasabog nung nakita ka namin sa Miss Universe Philippines because totally fresh. I mean, you have the likes of the Michelle Gumabaos and the Paulines and the Alizas. These are household names in pageantry. So when we saw you na nagpasa ng application, medyo nagkagulo kami ng very slight because yun ang hilig namin. I know, Rabia, it's very shallow. I know it's super shallow to base favorites on just face value alone. But isn't it true na talagang kailangan appearance muna eh bago tayo mangalkal ng substance? Do you agree with that? Kasi ako ganun eh.
Yes, tita, I do agree with that. Especially in pageantry. People would look at you and they would try to see if you're good looking or not. And it's the ugly truth, but if for them you're not, you don't pass in the standard of beauty, then they won't support you. They won't talk to you. So I feel that that's why there's a great pressure among us candidates to always be on peak, to always be in our fighting form. Because of, especially here in the Philippines, it's a big deal pag sumali ka ng pageantry. Kaya dapat mo talagang galingan in all aspects.
Yun din ang sinasabi ko before kasi when they ask me sino ba yung ideal na candidate, sabi ko, I don't want anyone na sobrang magaling sa SCOM skills, na sobrang maganda, na sobrang sexy, na sobrang magaling sa pasarela, na sobrang magaling sa Q&A. Mas gusto ko yung medyo in the middle, pero may mga ticks sa lahat ng mga boxes. Kasi that's points na nag-accumulate eh. So, mahirap naman kapag sobrang pretty ng face mo, tapos yung pasarela mo, ang hirap i-push. So, mabuti na yung medyo nasa gitna tayo sa lahat ng aspects para kapag judging, at least hindi ka naman nabokya sa ibang category, diba? Kamusta training mo, Rabia?
As of the moment, there are people helping me talaga. I'm with Aces and Queens, as you know, but there are still private people helping me po, and one of them is Mama Joseph Madrid. So my transformation, as you can see, this past few weeks, yung mga pinopost ko pa, tinutulungan talaga ako ni Mama sa just to arrive with the best look na kakayanin. At dahil kami nga yung magme-makeup, so yung ginagawa talaga namin, nagwa-one-on-one talaga kami with hair and how to apply makeup. So he's very strict, but what I love about him is that he brings out the best in me. And yun naman yung gusto ko din.
Good.
And for the pasarela, I'm with Ian.
Ian! Love Ian. Hi, Ian.
I'm sorry, tita.
Love ko si Ian.
Hi, Ian. Tinutulungan niya din po ako, tita, with my pasarela. We do have one-on-one training, but of course with precaution kasi nga because of COVID pandemic. So everything needs to be, it's either online or if one-on-one nga with social distancing. So it's kind of hard to have a pageant in a situation like this. Pero ipupush natin kasi nandito na tayo.
Oo naman. Alangan naman hindi mo pa i-utilize yung mga tao na tutulong sa'yo. These are experts as well. These are professionals and they're there to make you more successful. So, I'm glad that you mentioned about
Yeah.
the makeup and doing everything to make sure that you are presentable, that you are your most beautiful when you enter the stage. Kamusta ngayon yung social media with you? Because I know social media is playing a huge role in your candidacy kasi lahat ng ginagawa niyo ngayon very, virtual, and then you're very dependent now on engagements. How are you coping with that?
Yes. As of the moment, I feel like everything is, it's game on, tita. So everything that I post should be carefully looked at before I do something in social media because it's very critical. One wrong move and you're out. One wrong post and you're out of the release. So I feel that right now people are supporting me and I'm creating my own momentum. All I need to do is to continue to swing and let's see if on the final night, anything could happen. And I'm just praying and working really hard that I make every Ilonggo proud during that night.
Nice. You know what? They always compare you to Shamsi, your national director. Maybe because of the facial features.
Yes.
Meron bang aspects sa performance ni Shamsi or maybe mindset ni Shamsi na you would like to harness more?
You know what? I look up to Miss Chomsy too. Even I think I was in high school nung nanalo siya and she represented the country in Miss Universe. What I like about her is that she's smart. I mean, I look up to women who had something to say, women who are intelligent and has this wisdom to share it to people. So I want to have that aspect. I want to build myself on that area. So I feel na I would always watch videos of Miss Shamsi speaking kasi she's a phenomenal woman to me. Ang dami niya nang napatunayan sa buhay. She's a beauty queen, a magna cum laude, a number one top notcher, and now she has a family of her own and a successful business. So it's about having that wisdom and applying it and helping other people with your journey. So I feel like she's blessed and I want to be blessed like her.
Maganda yung meron kang inspiration na ganyan, meron kang peg. Kasi tama nga naman, harness mo yung positive. Kung kino-compare ka, okay lang yun. At least alam nila na, alam mo sa sarili mo that you're a different person altogether, but then whatever positive energy the other one exudes, you can probably take it all in. So, pandemic, ang daming mahirap, ang daming changes, ang daming nagbabago. Ano yung pinakamahirap ng aspect ng pagsali mo sa Miss Universe Philippines? Is it logistics? Is it the difficulty of like seeing each other or having your plans executed? Or ano ba? Hirap ka ba sa...
I would be honest with you. Maybe it has something to do with the finances. Everything should be done online. However, you cannot deny the fact that you need to get some money out of your pocket. And right now, I gave up my work before the start of Miss Universe Philippines. So that's a great sacrifice. And during the pandemic, I would see my bank account going down. However, sinasabi ko sa self ko na I'm not just doing this for my dreams eh. Sabi ko, it's just a little sacrifice. And if ever I'm gonna win, it's just money. Like I keep reminding myself, Rabia, it's just money. You're gonna earn that in the future. And if you're gonna win, you're gonna have more than that. I mean, you need to build yourself right now. And it's all about, having that mindset na kahit minsan ang hirap because yun nga, I will be honest, sometimes I'm not considered as front runner and minsan you ask yourself, may chance pa ba akong manalo? Or is this still a fight worth doing? Pero every time na nakikita ko nga na somebody from Iloilo would say na, you know what, pride ka talaga ng Iloilo City. Masaya kami na ikaw yung representative namin. So, lahat ng doubts, ng frustrations, nababawi po talaga. And, kailangan mo lang talagang, sometimes, di ba, yung pain kasi, ano lang siya, temporary lang siya. Pero yung greatness, it's forever. It's for lifetime. So, yun yung sinasabi ko sa sarili ko every time na naghihirap. Konting sakripisyo lang para sa iyo.
Konting sakripisyo lang, no? Total, ngayon ka pa ba titigil? Ilang linggo na lang ang natitira. Alangan naman, ngayon ka pa bumitaw, di ba? So,
Yes po.
Rabia, kamusta naman yung prep work? Like your wardrobe, your gown, national costume. I mean, these are the things that we look forward to as pageant fans, pageant enthusiasts. Pandemic ngayon, alam ko mahirap, pero ready na ba? Ready na ba tayo? Pagdating sa wardrobe department, pagdating sa almost hair styling?
Tita, ready na po lahat.
Ready na.
But yung gowns ko pa, I think tomorrow sila darating here. Yes, I have already here my national costume, my gowns. I prepared several gowns kasi mas okay na nasobra kesa, sakto lang and pag may nangyari, kulangin ka. And with the hair and makeup, I'm getting there. I'm still practicing every day. Every hour, is important to me kasi kailangan kong siyang practicing na maganda, malinis, at mabilis. So, that's the task for me now.
Sa screen.
Yes. Kasi minsan, maganda siya sa personal, pero pagdating sa screen, it's washed out.
Different.
And ako naman personally, I'm not a makeup artist. So, it's a skill that I need to learn and I need to improve with. Kasi, tita, gustong-gusto ko na din talagang manalo talaga. It's because, sabi ko nga, ito na to eh. So, dapat hindi siya masira ng look ko sa night na yun. Dapat, during, on October 25, masasabi ko talaga sa sarili ko na, this is my most beautiful self. So,
yan ang
pag-aaralan lang, pag-aaralan lang talaga lahat.
Ikaw gumawa ng makeup mo now? Hair and makeup mo?
I did it.
Ikaw, okay. I love it.
Yung
It's so pretty.
Long, but
it is so pretty.
Thank you.
Sana mag-translate kapag talagang nag-screen ka na. Can you give us a little bit of a hint? Ano ba, nagde-decide ka ba? Are you going to put your hair up? Or are you going for this lioness?
Hindi pa masyado, tita, talaga final talaga yung look because ito yung confusing. When I do some hairstyle, sasabihin ng tao, oh, yan na yung final look mo, bagay yan sa'yo. And then, when I do the other way, sasabihin na naman nila, ay, hindi, mas bagay yan sa'yo. So, it's so confusing. Pero right now, tita, it's because, diba, magsistay kami for 2 weeks. Kaming magsasama-sama. So, lahat ng hairstyle, lahat ng kinds of makeup, pinag-aaralan ko. So, I have a variety of looks na mapopost ko din sa social media.
Ayun.
So, let's see, tita.
Magpa-poll ka kaya? Gawin mo kaya parang voting poll.
Baka lalo akong ma-confuse, tita.
Exactly. Yun naman yun. Yun naman din yun. Baka lalo kong ma-confuse. Pero, whatever it is, when if you put your hair up, or if you have it curly or straight, okay lang. Push natin yan.
Yeah.
Kaya ng Fed. I want to address something as well because when people get asked kung sino yung mga favorites nila, age is always a factor. Most people will say, ibigay niyo na yan kay candidate A kasi medyo malapit na yung age niya. You're fairly young. You're 23. But,
yes.
Whenever I get asked, sometimes I would say, if this doesn't work for Rabia this year, she could definitely join next year or maybe 2 years from now. But, babawiin ko yun. Kasi, na-realize ko, it really doesn't matter if you're a little younger. And, na-realize ko lalo, after interviewing Gazini Ganados prior to this, she was only 23 when she won. She's just 24 now. So parang ako, saan nang galing yung observation ko na masyadong bata to? Kung oras mo ngayon. Do you believe that?
Oo naman, tita. Feeling ko yung mananalo on October 25 is yung babaeng pinaka nag-work hard para sa lahat ng aspect ng competition. So, that's why it's a tough fight. And ngayon, unti-unti ko na talaga nararamdaman yung pressure. But it's a good pressure. Kasi pag may pressure, meaning you have chances of winning. So, let's see. And yes, tita, age doesn't matter. Pero yung gusto ko sanang manalo is somebody who has experienced life na. Somebody who can talk about a lot of things. And hindi lang yung superficial na mga bagay. Kasi iba yung babaeng may hugot sa life. She can teach people. She can, give advices. And that's the kind of queen that we want.
True ka dyan. Rabia, I want to know about your causes because prior to this, I did a little bit of research, but I never watched any of your interviews. Kasi gusto ko, kapag nagkaroon ako ng chance na kausapin ka, yun talagang ano ba yung substance mo through my eyes. Not because nakita ko sa iba. Although of course, sinusupport ko yung ibang mga interview sesh mo or the other girls as well. Even yung sa Ring Light series. So, pagdating ngayon sa'yo, ano yung mga causes mo? Ano yung mga pinaglalaban mo? Ano yung mga interest mo na gusto mong ilabas out there for people out there to know?
Tita, since I do teach sa review center, I'm very passionate about education po talaga. And as a background po, I didn't grow up in a wealthy family. I had my humble beginnings because I was raised by a single mother. And when I was young, naalala ko, tinatanong ko si mama, bakit tayo mahirap? Bakit ganito yung life natin? And si mama hindi niya sinasagot yung tanong ko. Pero yung sinasabi niya, hayaan mo na anak, basta magsikap ka lang through your studies. Magiging successful din tayo. And that was, my parang principle na binabaon-baon na pag ibibigay ko lang yung puso ko, yung utak ko sa pag-aaral ko, then I will become successful. And it happened, tita. During college, I was a full scholar. Kasi kung hindi siguro because of that scholarship, hindi ako makakapag-college. But despite of having no tuition fees, napakagastos pa rin sa allowances, sa mga projects. So what I did was, while studying, I work as a part-time model. And minsan, di ba, pag model ka kasi sa Iloilo, you have you can be a brand ambassadress, in which minsan nagpa-flyering ka. And then, napagdaanan ko din po yun. Yes, just to earn, money and just to give some to my mama. And hindi ko po yun kinakahiya. And then, when I graduated college as cum laude, that was like the turning point. And I said to myself, this is the start of having the successful life that me and my family deserve. And I was the one who gave the speech on behalf of the graduates. So feeling ko yun, kung sa beauty pageant, that was my crowning moment, tita. And if may pwede akong balik-balikan na moment, yun. And then after that, I teach in a review center. I've been traveling nga po all over the country just to teach. Sinabi ko sa sarili ko na, since I'm very passionate about educating people, kasi nakita ko kung gaano nag-transform yung life namin. Ako na yung nakapagpaaral sa kapatid ko, nabilhan ko na si mama ng property sa Iloilo. Sabi ko, I want to give back to my community sa Iloilo. That's when I work with Feed Me and I Read You program.
Okay.
Dito kasi, Tita Lavinia, what we do is that, sa Iloilo, we have that Smoky Mountain of Iloilo. And may malapit siyang school, that's Java Feliciana Kelly Elementary School. So usually yung mga bata po doon, mga anak ng basurero, basurera, and hindi naman ganun kahirap yung life namin. Pero I can see myself in them, And nung pumunta ako doon, tita, and kinausap ko sila, yung iba sa kanila, once a day na lang nakakakain po. So, ganun talaga yung hirap ng buhay. That's why I share my story to them. Kasi, I've been there. I've conquered poverty. And I feel that through educating this, young minds, binabago mo din yung buhay nila. And that is my purpose. Gusto kong baguhin, gusto kong mapaangat yung buhay ng mga kabataan ngayon through the knowledge that I have. So, yan po, kaya napaka-laking bagay sa akin yung education. And I hope nga po, tita, na every Filipino child would have the opportunity that I had. And sa huli, basta binigay mo lang yung heart mo sa studies mo, nagsikap ka lang, magiging successful ka talaga.
Alam mo, sobrang totoo yan. Kasi, share ko lang because, again, I want this conversation to be more human. Medyo tamad kasi ako magtrabaho. As in, when I was still working for the call center industry or the BPO industry, palipat-lipat ako ng trabaho. Marunong ako magsalita. Sabihin na natin magaling ako mag-English, oo. Hindi ko mahal yung trabaho ko. So minsan, of course, nag-aaway kami kasi may mga times na wala akong trabaho, hindi ako consistent, palagi akong palipat-lipat. Tapos, alam mo yung meron kang yabang factor eh. Now, I know it's yabang factor, but it is true. Whenever I make my argument, I always say, tapos ako ng pag-aaral ko. Finish ko yung pag-aaral ko. So kahit wala akong trabaho ngayon, maya-maya may trabaho ulit ako. Kasi iba talaga yung impact na meron kang pinag-aralan. Kahit saan ka itapon, sa'yo talaga yan. 'Di ba? Ang hirap, lalo na sa Pilipinas, gumalaw kung hindi ka tapos. Or kung hindi ka man lang nakapag-aral. Kailangan talaga meron ka man lang narating dun sa aspetong yun. Kasi napaka-hardworking ng mga Pilipino, Rabia, kahit na ipasok mo sila sa trabaho na hindi kailangan ng home skills o ng utak. Can you imagine, ang galing-galing natin sa mga skilled work, paano pa kapag nagkaroon pa tayo ng opportunities makapag-aral? I mean, di ba, yung potential natin, mas pataas pa doon. Kamusta yung mga natutulungan mo, like let's say in Iloilo? Nakakita ka na ba ng improvements? Nakakita ka na ba ng balik sa'yo dito sa mga charitable endeavors?
Yes po. So balikan po natin, tita, the Feed Me and I Read You program. Dalawa po kasing ginagawa namin. The first one is to conquer malnutrition. Kasi kung makikita nyo po, nasa grade 6 na sila, pero yung katawan nila pang grade 3. So what we do is, like once a week, we conduct feeding program. And kasi studies show na once i-conquer mo yung hunger, nag-i-improve yung learning capability ng bata. And yung nakikita ko, yung napakasarap sa feeling is that pag nakikita mo sila and nagkakalaman na sila, okay na sila tignan, hindi na ganun ka-malnourished. Doon ko sinasabi sa sarili ko na I'm doing a great job as a person, as part of that charity. Kasi hindi naman siya basta-basta na isang ganun lang, isang session lang, na bago mo na yung world. You need to be consistent. You need to be patient to see that change. And pag nakikita ko na yung progress ng mga bata, doon ko nasasabi na, yung success ko pala, pag nakikita ko silang nag-i-improve as children. Kaya napakasarap po talaga, Tita Lavinia, sa feeling na magtrabaho sa isang organization, sa isang charity na nag-share kayo ng same value.
Ayan. So, talagang very driven ka, for like improvement, not just sa sarili mo, pero para nakikita ko naman, gusto mo naman i-share yun. So, pagdating naman sa ikaw, feeling ko puro ka trabaho, puro ka pag-aaral. Anong ginagawa mo to detox, to relax? Anong mga interests mo, Rabia? Are you into cooking, into planting, plantita? Nagtatahi ka ba? Nagagansilyo ka ba? Anong ginagawa mo?
Tita, siguro isa yun sa kasi when I'm free, what I usually do is that yung pinaka-breathing area ko talaga is panonood ng Netflix, ng movie. Kasi parang nafe-feed niya yung creative side ko. Back in the day po kasi, tita, I used to write. What I do is that, ganito, magsusulat ako ng declamation piece and I act it out. So, ganun siya. So, since na I'm into medical field na, teaching, parang nawala na yung side na yun sa akin. So, every time I have, time, nanonood ako like, I'm not a morbid person, pero I love watching crime investigatory stories.
Pareho tayo.
Kasi, nako-connect mo yung the art and the science of, what happened during that night. So, para sa akin, kunyari, pagsusulat ako ng isang libro in the future, I want ganun yung theme niya, ganun yung genre niya. So, yun, tita, yung inaano ko. Pero hindi, I feel bad for the family nung nakaka-experience ng ganun. Pero it's the circumstance nung pangyayari na gusto ko talaga siyang aralin kung paano.
You know what? Gets kita. Sobrang gets kita. Ngayon na nakikinig ako sa'yo, parang feeling ko pareho actually tayo ng hindi ng interes eh. Pareho tayo ng atake. Kasi sabi mo, you're right. So I write as well.
Yes.
And I grew up in a family, but I was a relative. I was not part of a family talaga. So growing up, it was just me. I didn't really have playmates. They provided me with a TV, cable TV. So, para akong sponge. Growing up, nasa elementary ako lang yata ang may TV noon kasi parang ayaw naman na nila ako masyadong alagaan eh. So sabi siguro nila mag-TV ka na lang dyan. And I used the power of television. Talagang nakababad ako sa Discovery Channel, National Geographic, Fashion TV, MTV. Nahilig ako sa crime stories. Na-mention mo yun sa Netflix. I would write things down as well. Hindi ko sila ina-act, but I would have conversations with myself kasi nga I grew up alone. So, whatever training I had, it's between me and the mirror or me just cleaning or talking to my pets. Pero gets kita. I like the idea of sharing na sometimes when you're in a very technical environment, nawawala yung creative side. So, kung yan ang outlet mo, anong pinapanood mo ngayon? Yes. Or napanood mo recently?
I forgot the title, pero if I'm not mistaken, it's American Murder Story ba?
Okay.
Something like that.
Oo, lahat tayo, okay. Oo, lahat tayo yan. Okay. Doon naman din sa medyo light. What about Emily in Paris? Favorite ko ngayon yan. Nakakadalawang ulit na ako.
Maganda ba, tita? Hindi ko pa siya napapanood eh. Try ko mamayang gabi, if may time ako.
Maganda, pero kasi it's very light. It's not something na parang pag-iisipan mo. Talagang ano lang siya, time pass lang talaga siya. Pampatay oras lang. Yeah, try it. Cute. Kakaaliw. So, what about, let's talk about Iloilo. I've never been to Iloilo. Although malapit lang siya sa Bacolod, pero I've never been to Iloilo. Taga Negros kasi kami, Sagay, Bacolod. And I remember I would spend my summers there. There was this one sad summer. Tagal-tagal ko na nasa Bacolod. And babe, nung time na to walang internet Sabi ko, gusto kong bumili ng libro. Uhaw na akong magbasa. Ang problema, walang national bookstore sa Bacolod noon. So sabi nila, punta ka sa Iloilo. Kasi di ba parang pwede ka naman like mag-ferry or something. Sabi ko, paano ko pupunta ng Iloilo para lang sa national bookstore? So, ang feeling namin noon, kapag nasa Bacolod ka and you want a little more of the metropolis feel, go to Iloilo. Kamusta ang Iloilo ngayon? Is it like more urban? Ano bang pwede nating i-expect sa Iloilo ngayon? Kasi yun ang thinking namin pag nasa probinsya kami nun eh.
Yes, tita. Actually, tita, yung Iloilo City po mismo, wala siyang ganoong kadami na, natural spots talaga. Like, But yung source of tourism kasi namin po, yung mga century-old churches namin, like Haro Cathedral, yung sa Miyag-Aw na Church, and then yung mga Hispanic infrastructures talaga. So that's the beauty of my city. It's a combination of, timeless memories and at the same time yung modernization natin as one. So, dun sa Iloilo, every January we have this dinagyang celebration to bring us back to our roots. Ganun namin kamahal yung history. So, during dinagyang, in English, it's called merrymaking. So, nagsiselebrate kami. Sineselebrate namin si Santo Niño. And, yan, nagsasaya lang talaga. Maraming foreigners na pumupunta. Maraming pagkain. Tita, the best yung pagkain ng Iloilo. Sinasabi ko sa'yo, our biskotso, yung batchoy namin na pwede mo siyang maging equal sa ramen ng Japan. So, maganda kasi tita yung Iloilo. It's because parang despite of, being modern, nandun pa rin talaga tied up yung history namin sa
charm. So, old world charm.
Yes. And that's why, ngayon din, tita, if nakikinig kayo ng balita, yung Iloilo, tinawag na kaming Wakanda of the Philippines.
Oh, talaga.
Yes. Because yung nangyari kasi, tita, during the pandemic, unlike sa ibang cities, di ba, parang nagagalit na sila sa government kasi kulang yung paayuda. Dun sa Iloilo City, tulungan talaga. So, it was a combination of public center and at the same time private people, private organization helping together and creating this uswag community kitchen na yung ginagawa to feed people and to give goods sa mga nangangailangan. So it's like the privileged people are trying to offer something for the benefit of our, marginalized brothers and sisters. So, ganun kaganda sa Iloilo. That's why you should try and experience the beauty of my city, tita.
So, dapat pala noon, pinush ko na, no? Talagang pumunta na ako sa ferry, talagang para tumawid na ako papuntang Iloilo. That's the plan?
Yes.
Yeah. Iloilo. Yan, nawala tayo ng saglit. So, right now, nasa Manila ka. Tama
yes,
ba?
I'm here in Manila. Yes, in my condo in Taguig.
Ay, in Taguig. Okay, so, yung family mo naman, supportive naman ba sila? Will they come to Manila? Medyo mahirap pa rin ba yung travel natin? Or virtually supportive ba sila?
Yes, tita, because my mom, she's kinda old na. She's gonna kill me na sinabihan ko siyang matanda na sa life. Pero matanda na siya. And I cannot risk her health na pumunta pa dito sa Manila with me. So, I advise her to just stay in Iloilo and just watch, the Ring Light series online. Pero si mama, dati, medyo ganun siya when it comes to me entering pageant. Kasi yung iniisip niya dati sa akin, baka daw sayang lang sa time, instead na, nagtatrabaho ako or pinupursu ko na yung application ko sa US, baka manakaw lang yung time ko dito, and then, yung takot din siya na mabasya ko ng tao, because of course, nanay sila. And if may masakit na sasabihin sa'yo, times 2, times 10 yung nararamdaman nila. So, what I told to my mom is that stay away from social media. Huwag kang magbasa ng comments about sa akin. Kasi ako kaya ko I don't know about you. Pero dapat ngayon, yung anak mo kasi nagiging public figure na. So dapat ngayon, we should have a tough heart when it comes to these things. Dapat hindi na tayo sensitive. Pero napaka-supportive niya, Miss Lavinia. And if ever naman nalo ako, yung una ko talaga sanang gustong gawin is puntahan siya at ipasuot sa kanya yung crown kasi siya talaga yung totoong queen.
Nako, nakakilig naman yan kay Mudra. Kailan ba kasasabihan ng mga pusa ko ng ganyan? Kailan ka magiging proud sa akin? Or ako na proud sa'yo? Say hello. Say hello to Rabiya. Oh, may muta
Hi!
pa.
Tita Lavinia, share ko lang. Kasi yung boyfriend ko, mahilig talaga din siya sa pusa. Bibi, nandito siya kasi ngayon. Ilan nga yung pusa niya sa bahay? 25 yung pusa nila sa
Ay,
bahay.
lamang. Lamang sa akin, 16 lang sa akin.
Just
Lamang.
imagine, tita, every time pupunta ako sa bahay nila sa Iloilo, may panibagong, ano naman, kote, what's kote?
Pakikuto. Ganun
Kitten.
ba? Jowa, oh. May furry baby ako, oh.
Huwag
Oh.
sa makita yung
Jowa,
kitten.
look, oh. Oh.
Tita, pakilala ko na siya sa'yo, ha?
Edit out
Hi!
lang po.
Hi, babe.
Edit out na daw.
Just edit me out.
Ito po
Hello, good
siya. That
evening.
person talaga.
Hello. Ano feeling mo? Sasali si Rabia. You have to share Rabia with everyone.
Yeah.
Wala lang.
Okay lang, okay lang. Saya naman. If she's,
Support.
if she wants it, support lang.
Guapa. Guapa ng girlfriend.
Mm.
Huwag mo na pakawalan.
Mm.
Tita Lavinia, huwag mong bigyan ng idea.
Ah, ganun ba? Huwag ka nang pumunta sa finals. Marami pa magaganda rin doon.
Sige po. Bye.
Nakakaaliw. Bye-bye. Uy, pusa. Alam mo, Rabia, yung mga guys na mahilig sa pusa, keeper yan. Keeper yan. No,
Sana nga,
because
tita.
di ba usually they're associated with dogs. So, mas fragile kasi yung pusa eh. So, parang mas girly girl ang pusa. Nakakaaliw. So, I think, Rabia, medyo set ka na.
Ang tita, feeling ko love niya yung pusa.
Oh, 25?
Mas love niya yata
Rabia?
yung pusa kaysa sa akin.
Ay, pwede ba yun?
25.
Wala. Natalo ako. Ngayon lang ako natalo ah. Ngayon lang. Ngayon lang ako nakarinig na natalo ako. So, I'm glad. I'm glad that I got to know you. At least nagkaroon ako ng chance. We have been posting you for several months. And what I want now, before I let you go so that you can go on with your practice, Rabia, please invite everyone or please direct them to your causes. But if you can, because I miss the language, please do this in Ilonggo.
Okay, so mayong gabi sa tanan. Gusto ko gid tani nga hatagan niyo ko sang prayers and sang suporta sa palaabuton nga Miss Universe Philippines 2020 nga gakatabo sa October 25. And please magwain niyo siya sa GMA. So it's gonna be 9 a.m. Kung wala ka mo obrahon, please do watch us. Please do support the girls. And madamo gid nga salamat sa tanan nga gasuporta sa akon. Palangga ko kamo, Iloilo.
Ginapalangga kugid. Ginapalangga kugid na.
Minahal ko.
Oo, alam mo, Rabia, I'm going to close this and then I'm gonna make chika-chika siguro a little with you. So guys, yes, please support my fellow Ilongga, Rabiya Mateo, in her bid for that Miss Universe Philippines crown. It's gonna be the first edition of Miss Universe Philippines, so it's gonna be something major. It was nice getting to know you, Rabia. More than anything else, you are mesmerizing. I know that you are a pretty face, but there really is more to you than just that. So I hope that you go further in this Miss Universe Philippines journey, and I think you're in good hands. And I also think that you're in the right state of mind. So you're fresh, someone new. Maybe it's time to redirect our attention. So there you go, guys. You have Rabiya Mateo. Maraming salamat for spending this evening with me. And good luck on your journey.
Yes, thank you, tita, for having me. Madamo nga salamat.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.